this footage here is going to show you that he got into a scuffle during some segment where they're all cosplaying as pirates for some reason.
They're also bringing back the hard R.
Yeah, and this is where we're going to meet up with and find out what's going on with Mickey Rourke.
How have things been going out here?
There is a rat amongst us, Captain.
Oh, yeah, real rat.
Rare
All right,
rat.
step back in line, soldier.
Rat.
A rat fake.
Yeah, rat
What is the
fake.
point of
A
it?
rat fake.
Stand still, rat.
I don't know.
A rat.
But look at that. That one guy.
The young male model is mean mugging.
Yeah, he's staring him down a little bit. And
Volatile Mickey Rourke. Like, what is the dumbest thing you can do right now is stare down Mickey Rourke for no reason.
Right. So now Mickey's seeing this and he goes, oh, I know what this is. Now, like, the proverbial gloves are off.
Yeah, he's waving that little red fucking thing in front of a bull.
Right. And the
Here we go.
apparently gay gentleman in between, look at him. He's like,
Oh,
oh my God, there's tea
He's dressed like a
brewing.
pirate. He's
There's
dressed like
tea
he's like Lawrence of
brewing.
Arabia.
Yeah. That also might be the show title. Did I actually come up with a show title for once? Usually it's never me. Tea a brewing. That sounds, I mean, it's all we got so far. I'm sure we'll have better contenders later on. But anyway, look at him. He's like, he just wants to go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Look at this.
Oh no.
Mickey.
Stick up for me.
Ahoy!
You're looking at me?
Ahoy! You're not the captain of this ship. Ahoy!
Ahoy and holding a
is
plastic
pissed.
saber in front of them. JoJo thinks like this is going to get everybody in order.
Right.
I'm a real captain. We're playing pirates right now. And he took the sunglasses off. He's ready to throw down. Look at I mean, you got the curved sword in between
This
his
is
face
the
right
kind
now.
of reaction we all wanted from Mike Tyson during that fight. Like that you just looked at him funny and something flipped and you just can't stop him from continuing on this path.
Right. Frankie Bronson saying one of the craziest transformations in Hollywood history. He looks like a completely different person. So many good movies, though.
100%.
Pope of Greenwich Village, Rumblefish, Year of the Dragon, even The Wrestler. He was great in The Wrestler, too.
Diner was great. Like he was great in that one.
I don't think I've seen
Diner's
Diner.
a good one.
Subdivisions, our pal Chris saying, if you slap Mickey Rourke, his entire face will crumble like Mr. Potato Head. It's actually made of pure Play-Doh.
His
Or
face
Play-Doh.
looks like the back of Noah Cyrus's leg.
Mickey's face.
It's Mickey's face, everybody.
All right, let's continue with this. Nope, that's almost as equally as
Different
bad.
face. Different bad face.
Okay, hold
We'll
on.
get to that in a little bit.
We're going back here.
Back up, soldier.
Don't eyeball me. Mickey, it's a joke.
Oh, he's mad.
Don't fucking eyeball me.
Whoa.
Okay,
Wait, why'd they bleep one thing but not another?
that's another thing. It's like they left him dropping the F-bomb, but what did the other say? What did the other guy say that had to be beeped?
I don't know.
Did he drop the C-bomb?
I feel like they use the C-bomb like it's like punctuation in everything in British.
Well, that is true. They do that, but imagine you find out he just said, you little bitch, and I'm like, you beeped that, but left him.
That's the one. Yeah, because they don't want to make him look bad.
I guess so. Here we go.
Whoa.
He was joking.
This is Big Brother.
What did you say?
He was joking.
Let him have
No,
his
please, he was
fucking-
joking, please.
Don't have
He
the
was
fucking
joking.
word.
Yes. All right. I got to bring it back a little bit more here. Yeah. So he keeps dropping the F-bomb. They don't censor it.
Mickey.
Stick up for me.
Ahoy!
You're looking at me?
He's telling the other
Stick up
wayfish
for me?
little guy next to him, stick up for me. Like if he comes swinging at me, you guys have my back, right?
Yeah.
The
this
two
guy who's
surrounding
a foot
him.
shorter than Mickey Rourke is going to be a problem for Mickey.
Yeah. All Mickey has to do is just lift an elbow and that guy's gone. And then this guy here on his left is going to go run away crying and explore his feelings while all this is happening.
Oh my God.
Ahoy! You're not the captain of this ship.
He was joking.
Ahoy! Back up, soldier.
Don't eyeball me. Mickey, it's a joke. Fucking don't fucking eyeball me.
Now, had he...
This guy's trying to be a hard ass.
Mm-hmm. Right. Pretty boy's trying to be a hard. He's baiting him, is what it is.
The gay guy's like, it's a joke. Everybody stop. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, if
Get it
when I initially saw this, when JoJo's trying to get away, it's like, back in line, soldier, whatever she said.
Yeah, she's trying to.
He had his hand up and kind of just like trying, not shoving her, but just trying to prevent her from interfering. It would be great, being crazy Mickey Rourke, if he turned there and he just went like that and she went flying backwards.
Just shoves her back.
Yeah. Because then do you see security come running in and they tase him?
At that point, it's a hate crime.
Yeah, they tase him, they cuff him, whatever. All right, we're continuing on here.
Whoa.
This is Big Brother.
What did you?
Now that's a producer or whoever's the narrator for it, whatever, trying to say like, "Oh, the voice of God's coming in. You all better behave for the show's rules." Mickey gives 0 Fs about any of this.
He's not listening.
No, please, he was joking, please.
Don't have the fucking word.
Mickey was
What are you gonna do? You
Mickey was
All right, he beeped that. Did he call him the ag?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Because if he said, what are you going to do, you fuck? But he left all the 3 other F-bombs that he dropped.
Right.
It's like they really are terrible at censoring.
Very
things
selective
over
with
there.
that button.
Yeah. Yeah, all the rest is like, yeah, he's a legit tough guy. Mickey Rourke's stories of boozing and fighting and other kind of things are legendary. And you're going to have this pretty model-looking influencer guy. It's like, I could step up. I work out. You've got a glass jaw. It just takes one crack from him swinging wildly and you're gone. Yeah. Chris, remember, Mickey was a hardcore boxer. Yeah, that's all. It's like when Tyson would do the little rabbit tap and people would just go down, or if they got hit in the gut, they lost all their breath and they're keeled over. That's all it's going to take from him. And that's not even him cognitively fighting. That's muscle memory strength, where it's just, savage animal mode.
He flips that switch. He right now he's seeing red. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Chris is saying, he's like, well, the F-bomb is like the word the in the United States for the UK. All right, fair enough.
This is Big Brother. Mickey, come to the diary room immediately.
That's not even threatening. As the producer's
Please, Mickey,
voice.
please stop and come and see us.
No, that's like, this is your captain speaking. Please return from the lavatory. We're about to experience turbulence. That's about as threatening as that voice sounds. Bunch of pussies over in the UK.
fuck off.
Mickey, I think it was a joke. It was a joke. Say it was a joke. It was a joke.
And see, the British guy even said fuck off. They didn't beep that. So what were they beeping?
Hi, Mickey. This is a Big Brother. Please get the fuck over here.
No! Like when your dad's yelling from you, from like you're upstairs,
Right.
you won't come downstairs, your dad's at the bottom of the stairs yelling at you.
We asked him to come up. He just wouldn't.
Yeah. We've politely told him that this is a real inconvenience. And it's bothering a lot of people. Please remove yourself from the situation. He refused to do so. Yeah, he's also pissing on your front carpet here. Why don't you man up and manhandle this guy? See how that goes. Casey's saying, clearly Mickey Rourke doesn't care what happens to his face. He'll take the hit and destroy that guy. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. 0 fucks, 0 cares with him. You can't tase Mickey Rourke unless you want his face to melt like the guy in front of the Arcane Raiders.
Just don't look, Eric. Don't look. Whatever you hear, don't look.
No, your ass will be right there in a second.
Mickey, come to the diary room immediately.
Again, Mickey, come
Mickey,
to the
can
diary
you
room.
please, Mickey Rourke,
Yeah.
to the front desk. Paging
That's like
Mr. Herman.
that's like when a teacher is telling the children in the class to
Everyone
stop
settle
fighting.
down.
Yeah, but they just hucked a desk at another child.
Yeah,
and
but
you're like,
they'd
"No,
be doing this. They'd be doing Quiet Coyote is the new thing.
I am
It's like,
going
please
to
be
count
quiet.
to 3. You are going to be sent outside to think about what you did. Imagine
Mickey,
that's
can
the.
you
Can you believe
swallow a
that's the
bubble,
punishment?
please?
He's gonna have to sleep outside with that what is it? AstroTurf backyard that they have there. He's got to sleep on the couch for the night.
I kind of still want to know why they're doing this as a Pirates. I'm in for it, but
Okay, I mean they always have weird stunts and games going on.
get it.
They want you in the diary room. It was a joke. Let's go in the diary room.
I'm dressed in a fucking.
What if he had one of those little short knives that pirates have and just shanked him?
But it's a real one. Like Jojo Siwa was like
It was just-
at,
it's
Spirit
his.
store, and he's like, I brought my own knife.
Yeah, it was lined in his suitcase that they never examined, and he has all this weaponry. He has brass knuckles. all of that fun
All
stuff.
right, stop, Chris.
Keep talking.
Chris.
He's going to the diary room.
With pleasure.
Yeah, no, just.
His head.
I know, darling.
That was a joke.
Oh, the gay guy's crying. Oh no.
Yeah, well, it's a very emotional.
Okay, so now he's walking towards this trippy romper room looking.
portal?
Yeah.
Earlier
It kind of looks like, remember when they were trying to rebuild Ned's house after the hurricane and the hallway looks like it's long, but it just gets
come
smaller?
on, we tried our best.
Yeah, and he walks into the room full of electricity.
Oh, here we
Earlier
are,
today,
Lisa
in a
Simpson
disagreement
answering the
with
question
Chris.
that no one asked.
Yeah. All right, now here's I've been trying
What
to
is
find
this
this other
seat?
clip. They're going to say he did something else too, and I looked. I could not find the other clip. Otherwise, I would have this here. But there's just people talking about what he said, and we'll get to that in a second.
in a
Now he's in this room that looks like it's something out of heavy metal. The way he's sitting on this chair here, and they're going to read the charges or the violations against him.
disagreement with Chris. Your language and behavior was threatening and aggressive.
Right.
Big Brother does not tolerate threatening language or behavior.
Right.
In addition, you have used inappropriate sexual language to Ella.
I'm not aware of that, but okay.
This
All right, so.
That I haven't seen. I haven't seen any footage of what he was saying.
Yeah, I looked all over. So apparently, when you're playing the game, if you win certain achievements, they have like a master bedroom that you could win for the week and you stay there. It's your room, so you don't have to share rooms with other people. And in that room, they have all kinds of luxuries and commodities and stuff in there. So you go in, you've got fresh towels, you've got all kinds of snacks and alcohol and whatever. So she was talking about something crisps, potato chips here in the United States. Go in there, and she's talking about the food, and he's like, oh, I think he was saying something along the lines that he wanted some of that. And she goes, well, you can't go in there. And he goes, oh, really? And she said, yeah, you'll have to come with me. And he goes, come and you? And she goes, no, come with me. And apparently that was, that later became upsetting because she's another I don't know the full story about this Ella Rae Wise, I think her name is, but she's had like a history of sexual trauma and all these other things, as you know they do on these shows. And because he made a come in her joke, that all of a sudden this was just unbearable for her. She had a meltdown. She was crying. She couldn't handle life. She couldn't figure out how things work. And
It's hard to believe that a country that spawned Austin Powers would have a cum joke problem.
right.
Okay.
Well, that country's not the country we used to know over there anymore. They get in trouble for
Not the swinging 60s anymore, Eric.
They post things on social media and they go to jail for it.
I know. I've seen some of that.
It's ridiculous.
you have used inappropriate sexual language to Ella.
I'm not aware of that, but okay.
He's like, oh, okay. Did I? I don't know. I don't know half the shit I say. Yeah.
This language has caused offence to your fellow housemates and could cause offence to the viewing public.
Oh, fuck off with that. It's like, I don't know how our viewers...
Trust me, they're watching because of him doing this.
Yeah, I don't know how our viewers will stay... we may lose viewers because of the things that you're saying. No, you're probably going to get more people subscribing to this stupid shit to watch this stuff and like, what? He's unhinged? He's
It's
drunk
really
half
the
the
only
time?
reason why I care, to be honest with you.
The only reason we give a shit about it is because it's Mickey Rourke being Mickey Rourke. What if we got... Look, we talked about generational Big Brother house. You know, young rappers and old school rappers together because the younger rap community doesn't value or honor those that came before them.
Right.
That generational divide. Put them in the house there. What if you put all the crazies in there? You've got Gary Busey. You got Mickey Rourke. You've got what was the redheaded comic that held up the severed head of Trump, and she got in trouble? Kathy.
Oh,
Griffin?
Yeah, Kathy Griffin. Yeah.
Put all these unhinged people there. Rosie O'Donnell. Throw them all in there and just have them all have their fights and their meltdowns. Keith Olbermann. Put him in there for his fucking nonsense. This continues.
Put Andy Dick in there, but like make him full drugged out Andy Dick.
Fully loaded bar, Easter egg hunts. Sometimes they find a baggie taped under a desk. Good on them. That's their bonus for the week.
Right.
Let
Just
them.
pay him in illegal drugs.
Let
and
them.
It would be fine.
You just don't
Still
put
be
real
cheaper.
weapons in there. Maybe like, training nunchucks and Nerf bats. That kind of stuff.
That'd be so fun.
Red Tower, I've never heard a more soulless voice than that British announcer. Yeah, there's no sense of authority, of fear. It's supposed to be like the voice of God scenario. And if I heard this, you did the following things. Yeah, I did. And what? We're going to have, we might kick
We're
you
all
out.
very cross with you right now.
You may kick me out. Do it and watch your numbers tank for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care anymore now that he's gone. Like, this would be it. This is
it's
it. We'll never talk about it again.
All right. You kept Nabisco and some beer company on board by getting rid of me, but your ratings tanked.
A murderous pirate? Well, that's not the image of Long John Silver's.
That's a good one, too. Let's see.
Right. This is not the first time Big Brother has had to speak to you about your offensive and inappropriate language.
I did wrong. I apologize. I'm sorry. I
had to do jump cuts and stuff for this because there was a lot of gaps of him sitting there.
There's a lot of filler in some of that.
No, it wasn't even filler. It was a lot of dead pauses where he's sitting there trying to.
I'm saying, like, just gaps. Like,
he's trying to remember. Did I say that? Was this a thing? Oh, maybe I did. Or he was like this and going, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with what I did. So I had to do a lot of the jump cuts just to keep this thing moving because he just sat there and was. I don't know, waxing poetic, or maybe he zoned out, didn't know what was going on. Who knows? But we just didn't have the time for that.
Over the line, and I take responsibility for doing the wrong thing because I lost my temper, and I've been trying to work on it my whole life. Wish I would have had better self-control, and I'm very sorry. I'm ashamed of myself for losing it. Nobody got touched or hurt, or maybe some feelings got hurt, or maybe others have feelings about someone getting upset
about something. Other people have feelings, I guess.
The fucking feelings.
Bunch of fucking crybabies out there. I only lit 2 fires.
I'm sorry about that.
Big Brother considers your language and behavior today to be seriously unacceptable.
Yeah, there's more coming here. Chris saying, I'm sorry, if I'm in the UK, I'm turning on old episodes of Are You Being Served and Faulty Towers. They seem 10,000 times better than this. I agree with you.
They're talking about language. They're talking. Do you know in Are You Being Served how many jokes about a pussy was being made? And this was in the 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't handle Mickey Rourke getting in some male model's face.
I'm voting out the lesbian.
Ridiculous.
Oh, how dare you say that? Really? Okay. Benny Hill used to essentially molest scantily clad women while running at double speed.
Right.
And this was one of the nation's biggest honors.
Yeah.
The most treasured. Yeah, it was a cultural movement for the United Kingdom.
And behavior today to be seriously unacceptable. And as a result, Big Brother has no option but to ask you to leave the Big Brother house.
My bad. I got a short fuse.
He does not care. He's
that
like,
was my favorite reaction to anything that they just told him. We're kicking you out. My bad.
The only other version, the only thing that would have been as funny is him sitting there and going,
well,
okay.
All right.
And
cool.
What?
Oh, I didn't see his reaction to that.
Yeah,
that's funny.
There's still more to go. Big Red Tower in the chat saying, even Mickey's friends and family are afraid to tell him he whistles when he uses an S. Yeah, everyone's terrified of this guy. But then if you don't have to deal with him on a personal level, you want him at a party. You want him in the room just for entertaining purposes. You want to see and hear what he's going to say and do next.
And I know I upset a lot of people out there. I went over the line. I did wrong.
Oh, wait, where's the okay?
And as a result...
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm sorry about that.
Big Brother considers your language and behavior today to be seriously unacceptable. And as a result, Big Brother has no option but to ask you to leave the Big Brother house.
My bad.
I may want to isolate that. Just the pause. Not even just the word, just a long pause and goes,
yeah, he's
my
just
bad.
Just staring off in the middle distance. She's like, my bad.
I got a short fuse, and I know I upset a lot of people out there. I went over the line. I did wrong. I guess I could say I'm a work in progress. I just want to pack my bags and leave. I wanted to leave yesterday, actually, but I wasn't chosen. I'd like to leave now.
It's like I've been trying to get off this damn TV show since I got here.
Get out of here anyway. I got things to do.
I guess the equivalent would be like, you didn't it's like, oh, a cruise seemed like a good idea if you're not a cruise person, and then you get on there and you realize you're trapped on a boat for 7, or if you got the 14-day cruise.
You didn't realize you booked a longer cruise than what you originally thought.
And it's like, I can't get out of here for 2 weeks. I'm stuck here in this thing. I've been trying to run off at islands, but they keep finding me. I have nowhere to go. My bad. I'd like to do more if I could.
I mean, I tried to get out of here yesterday. No one would get rid of me.
Yeah. Frankie Bronson saying, this is what I mean about actors getting paid jack and all. Despite all illusions, Hollywood gives out that a legend of this business needs to do a shitty reality TV show to pay the bills. Part of it is, he's from a time where you didn't get back end points. You didn't get royalties for TV shows. You didn't get percentages in merchandising sales. You didn't have all of that stuff. So, like nowadays, people get that stuff. They're down on their luck. They're screwed. What can you do? Or sometimes they were big movie stars and just their ego or their substance abuse got the best of them, and it pissed all their money away. So they're doing exactly what they can. And this is somebody. It's not what he wanted to do. Somebody talked him into do this. It's like, okay, you got to do this now. This is all. You've got a mortgage payment to make. You're gonna have to go do this dog food commercial in Japan. Remember that old adage was he does commercials in Japan because I had the cart. One of the best things we had on Opie and Anthony. I'll tell you this right now. Go and look for. It was a time we had Michael Madsen on, and we went through a whole bunch of his movies on IMDb, and we said, "Could you tell us about why you did these movies?" And he broke down why he did the movies. He had to pay for a kid's college. He had to pay for a new car. He had insurance. He had to pay for a house. He got divorced. Like whatever it was, he tells you why he made these movies.
There is a very notorious interview out there with Michael Caine talking about why he did Jaws 4, a notoriously terrible movie. And he goes, because my wife wanted a pool.
Yeah.
Like he was not invested in it in any way. He just needed the paycheck to get a pool put in. Like these are the jobs that sometimes they do. This was exactly what this was for him. I know I'm going to get paid. Kick me out. I don't care.
Casey in the chat saying, but also his tight pink shirt. It's giving lesbian.
Well, they voted the lesbian out, finally. They finally got her.
He said, yes, he said, I'm going to vote the lesbian out. And apparently they're doing that right now. Frankie's saying, yeah, substance abuse might be it. Look, in his case, it could also be, what is it, CTE?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
From boxing?
Way too many times in that.
Yeah, it's that substance abuse. Probably people milking him for his money. And there's a lot of variables at play with him. All right, let's continue here.
A lot of people out there, I went over the line. I did wrong. I guess I could say I'm a work in progress. I just want to pack my bag.
The man's 72 years old.
Leave.
How much work in progress are you?
I wanted to leave yesterday, actually, but I wasn't chosen. I'd like to leave now. Actually.
I campaigned.
That's the show title. I wanted to leave yesterday.
I campaigned so hard. I spent all kinds of money. I really was out there trying to get the vote, enough signatures to leave, and they just wouldn't let me off the show.
They just keep letting me stay.
What was this title? What did you tell me?
I wanted to leave yesterday.
Okay. What he's saying is another thing that we did on O&A. The show Dancing with the Stars, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one season they had on Jerry Springer. And
I remember that one.
We were good friends with Jerry Springer. He would come on the show all the time. He actually filled in for several days when Opie disappeared for a month. But we decided it would be funny that if our audience, who doesn't watch Dancing with the Stars, but we love Jerry passed the first round, I guess, and he was there, and then he was. Every time they talked to him, he's like, I'm old. He's like, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And he was looking forward to eventually being voted off.
Yeah.
And we decided, oh, no, you're not. So you can find that on YouTube as well.
Not on our watch.
Where our audience kept hammering every time there was voting. We gave out the number where to go online to do whatever. Jerry kept winning by the public vote. He wasn't winning the dance votes from the judges, but he kept winning from the public, so he was not getting eliminated. And we kept him on for weeks. And he couldn't figure out why. And then he came in after the tour, because usually what would happen is you'd have certain deals with certain publicists. So like if contestants lost on a show and they were eliminated that week, they would do the rounds of the talk shows, the morning shows, all of that stuff. So they would be at Sirius. And when he finally did get voted off, we were told, Jerry's coming, get him on the show. And then we had to tell him on the air that, yeah, because of us, we kept you on there for 6 weeks. He was not happy, but he was laughing at it, that the fact that was going on. Finishing up with Mickey here. Did we finish his whole thing? Let me see.
To leave yesterday, actually, but I wasn't chosen. I'd like to leave now, actually.
Okay, that was the last of it. Okay.
So real quick, an update on this. As of today, April 16th, Mickey Rourke is pursuing legal action against Celebrity Big Brother UK. Apparently, they're saying, they exited. In a statement shared with People, Rourke's manager, Kimberly Hines, addressed his early departure and claimed that the series had disrespected the star by publicly embarrassing him and refusing to pay him his dues.
Yeah.
So it looks like whatever amount of time he was going to be on the show, they owed him the paycheck. And because they kicked him off, they're saying we don't owe him anything. And now he's going to be suing. So this actual saga may go on a little bit longer. We may have some more stuff to talk about.
I hope it does. I hope it does. And because of that, other shows start rallying to get him on their show.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I would 100% get him on.
Dude, if you had... I don't know, is Survivor even still on anymore? Or
I want to see him on Jeopardy. Get him on Celebrity Jeopardy.
No, that's a one and done thing. That's not big enough. You need something where he's contained. Like when they used to do I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, and they'd send you to an island.
Put him on an island or something.
Yeah, so like Survivor or
Survivor would be good.
Well, what's the Naked and Afraid? Where they drop you off at a beach, take your clothes.
We just put Mickey Rourke on the island. Everyone's just afraid. No one's even disrobed yet.
Yeah. So it's just Mickey Rourke and some lady who has no idea who he is, and they're just getting bit by snakes and mosquitoes. They're trying to make a makeshift shelter out of bamboo and leaves, and they got to survive for several days to get to the not the checkpoint? What is the pickup point? Whatever it's called.
Like that.
Or put them on one of those dating shows where you're there for a while. Bring back Rock of Love.
Rourke of Love.
Rourke of Love. There you go. Bring it on VH1. I don't even know if VH1's still a channel, but
I don't think it is.
Put it on who owns it? Paramount. Put it on Paramount then. Do Rourke of Love, where he's there. He has no idea why he's in this mansion. And then there's just...
He doesn't even know why he's there, but there's women everywhere.
12 beautiful young women who have no idea who he even is. And they just know they think he's some sort of like eccentric millionaire. And they got to compete for his love.
In the cast members from this version of this Big Brother. And then like when they replace a woman, it's one of them. And then like, he starts freaking out thinking he's still on the other show.
Yeah, Rourke of Love would be perfect.
Rourke of Love would be fantastic.
What's the other one? There's like an older version of that show I hate, The Bachelor. There's an older version where I think it's called Golden Bachelor.
Yeah,
it's where they do the really old people.
They're not even that old.
Well, he's in his 70s, so I think that qualifies.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, if you put him on Golden Bachelor, no, I think Rourke of Love is definitely the way to go. Where he just shows up. There's all these scantily clad women. Some of them.
I think you have to. That would be fun, but contain him even more. Do another Road Rules where you've got to get him inside a smaller, contained, tight, contained area with other people, and that would just cause way too many issues. You know, you put him in a Winnebago with like 4 other people going across country.